Is the New Zealand champion up against the Brazilian champion. Joseph is currently ranked 10 in the WBA, 14 in the WBO. As you all are aware, we are making a concerted effort to try and get Joseph ranked in all the organisations, and until recently, Costa Jr. was ranked 15 in the WBO. So this is without a doubt the highest ranked heavyweight fight in New Zealand history. And as I mentioned to you before, it is a little bit like the shark in Jaws. That it's a bit of an unknown because we haven't seen too much of Costa Jr., but he has knocked out 11 of his 13 opponents. 11 of his 13 knockouts have come in the first 2 rounds. So if we ask Kelly and Irineu to come back to see us again. Okay, so just the same format again. Irineu, you've been here a couple of days now. Could you just tell us what you're going to do for the next 3 days to prepare yourself for Joseph Parker?
Você vai fazer nos próximos 3 dias para se preparar para
Vou descansar, concentrar ao máximo, né? Vou orar, fazer uma oração. E isso, só isso. Concentrar e orar o seguinte.
He's gonna relax. He says gonna relax and rest and pray because he really likes to pray and concentrate his energy on that.
At the TAB head-to-head, this is the New Zealand betting agency, Joseph Parker is paying $1.15 and Irineu is paying $5 again. That may be because he's the hometown favourite, but again, the punters see that Joseph could have an easy night. What does he make of those odds?
Aqui, de novo, eles estão falando que para a luta estão apostando mais no Joseph Parker do que você, talvez porque ele é o dono da casa. O que você acha disso? Que eles estão apostando mais, que ele vai ganhar fácil a luta?
Eu acho que, como é o público da casa deles, vão torcer para ele mesmo, mas eu estou acostumado a lutar fora com a torcida contra e vou fazer meu trabalho.
It's because it's Parker's home, it's in his home, that's why he has more of the bet, but he's used to fight overseas and out of his hometown, so he's ready for it, he's ready for the fight.
Do you feel the pressure to perform after fighting a month ago and obviously getting a blight on your record? You wouldn't want to have to say 2 losses in 2 months?
Você sente pouco de pressão porque você lutou 1 mês atrás e perdeu? Você sente pressão que agora você pode perder de novo em 1 mês com as derrotas?
Não, sinceramente não, eu quero buscar a vitória, mas a pressão maior quem sente é o Parker, o dono da casa.
Definitely not. The person who should feel more the pressure is Parker, not him.
What's that?
Por que você acha que o Parker tem mais pressão?
Porque é ele que está em casa, a obrigação maior é dele de vencer, não é minha. Eu não sou o azarão, eu sou a zebra.
Because Parker's at home, he's home, that's why he's supposed to win, and he's coming here to just challenge him, so the pressure is on Parker.
And just finally, there was talk, and has been talk in the media about this punch that you punched Joseph with. Do you remember that punch in the sparring? And can you remind us what happened?
Estão falando na mídia que você deu o soco no rosto dele, que ele sentiu. Você lembra como foi esse soco? Você pode descrever o soco?
Lembro. O melhor era ele lembrar, né? Lembrar melhor. Mas eu lembro sim, foi direto.
It was a straight right punch, but he don't supposed to remember. The person who's supposed to remember the punch should be Parker, not him.
Very good. Okay. If you guys just stand to one side, and I'll bring now Kevin Barry and Joseph Parker, please, if you come up. Kevin, I'll just ask you first.
Can I just say something first?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to ask you.
I'd just like to acknowledge Irineu's trainer. Edson Nascimento over there was one of the greatest Brazilian lightweight fighters. He finished his career with a record of 47-0-1. So an outstanding fighter and the makings of a very good trainer. And I spent some time with him in Vegas back in 2001. He was in my my training camp there, and he's a first-class gentleman, and it's great to see him again.
Kevin, Colonel Bob touched on it very briefly. It's just this talk of every time we put Joseph up, we always say it's the toughest opponent yet. And a couple of people I've heard whisper we may be crying wolf, but clearly that's the idea, is to bring Joseph up with a tough test each time.
I don't think it's a very hard sell for us to say that this is by far Joe's hardest opponent. Irineu Beato Costa Jr. is a very physical, very heavy-handed fighter who worked his way into the world top 15. It's a fighter that when we've been looking at a path for Joseph, actually Dean Lonergan, Dave Higgins and myself had names down for next year, and this is the fight that we were looking at for next year. So this is a real big test for Joe. We've all watched this year how Joe's skill level has improved, how he's got a little bit better every fight. We've had a tremendous year, like breaking into the top 15 with the WBA and the WBO, and then moving into the top 10. It's been a great year for our team, but it'll come down to nothing if we don't get the right result on Saturday night. As Joseph's coach and teacher, for me, this is simple. This is like his end of the year exam. You know, he's learnt a lot in training camps this year, and now's the time for him to actually bring all those skills out and put them on display. And we've got a very skillful, very strong, very powerful, very dangerous opponent in front of us. It's the sort of challenge that Joseph needs to show that he has learned his trade, and he's ready to get out there and display it.
Thanks. Joseph, if you say a few words just ahead of the bout this weekend. You know, 3 days to go. He's talking about it being like a school exam. Does it feel like that?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming today. No, it's been a real busy year for me and the team. We've had some great fights, and we've gotten some good results. And I see this fight, you know, it's our last fight, and it is like the end of the exam. And it's a big challenge for me finding, you know, someone, you know, my height and someone big like, you know, Costa Jr. And I know that it's crucial for me these next 3 days, because if I get it wrong on Saturday night, you know, it can set me back 12 to 18 months in my career. So I'm taking this very seriously. When I was in camp in Vegas, you know, I trained a house down like always. And now that I'm back, I'm feeling confident and ready. You know, we know that Beato Costa Jr. has a big punch, and if I get it wrong, and if I get hit with the same punch that I got hit with Nascimento in Germany, you know, it could all go downhill from there. So we'll be practicing with Kevin with my defense, offense, and everything else. So it's going to be a great night.
Just regarding the pressure, Costa Jr. has said the pressure is all on you. When you're in Vegas, you're almost anonymous. Now you come back here. I've seen it. People want photos with you all the time. Are you feeling that pressure, or can you brush it off?
There's always going to be pressure. You know, I can feel it, but you know, it's just great. I'm grateful to, you know, have the support of New Zealand behind me, and it's just good to have a good team, you know, to help me adapt to this pressure that I'm getting. You know, representing our country in the ring.
Is there any more pressure on this fight than any other that you had this year?
Probably more pressure because, you know, it's our last fight, and we're trying to win, you know, this fight at the end of the year, and obviously finish with a good win and go on holiday after that. But you know, I'm going to go out there and do my best, and I'm going to try my best to control the action when it comes Saturday night, and own the zone.
Cool. You stand here, Costa, if you come around here, and do the stare down. Just in front of there, take those pictures.
Lift up, fellas, please, lift up. Yeah, back around the camera. Joseph, please, thank you. Thank you.
Could we just do it for this camera here as well, please?
Yeah, face each other.
Face each other, please.
No.
Joseph?
Thank you. Hi.
All right, guys, that ends the official proceedings. If you're wanting one-on-ones, television one-on-ones have to be in front of the logo wall. If there is another one-on-one in particular that you're after that you don't need a logo wall with, please see either me or one of our girls, and we'll try and organise it in as efficient a manner as possible. Now, normally what happens in these things is everyone starts talking loud. If you're not involved in the interviews, could you please keep it down while the media does their job? Cheers. Thank you.
And I'm not